Patrick.
Oh, we missed the lady talking.
Do you want to see my Warframe?
That's an ambiguous question.
Do you want to see it?
I don't know what it is. Oh. You walk around in the house with that?
Yeah. With my electro sword and my gun and my other gun and, well, with the aforementioned electro sword.
Can you control your Warface from your iPhone too?
Sadly, no. There's no Warface functionality inside of Warframe.
Some pretty sweet toe shoes as well.
Yeah, really amazing toe shoes down here. Absolutely.
Pre-order exclusive.
Yeah, so this is a free-to-play third-person shooter from Digital Extremes, who brought you Dark Sector.
Oh, you started out all right.
And I only say that because I think that this game shares a lot of kind of visual style with that game.
Okay.
With just the character design, just very evocative of that stuff. It's not the same type of game. Really.
Not even the Dark Sector was like a horrible game. It was just horribly forgettable.
Yeah. You know, split the difference on that one.
Okay.
It was a bit of. I remember it because I didn't like it. Anyway, enough about that.
Yeah,
this is a pretty different game. Third-person co-op shooter. You expect like free-to-play. You think like, oh, you know, it's definitely going to be yet another team deathmatch game, just like Captain Vor would say here. This is the first install on this machine, so it's actually playing all that audio for the first time again. Anyway, this is a beta, so that's why it would do that stuff. But you buy stuff like weapons, you buy stuff like additional Warframes, which come with different abilities and stuff like that. We can look into that after. But why don't we just jump into probably the first mission? And this might match this into an online game. But this is the very first mission.
But you can play offline?
Yeah, you can set it to play alone if you like. They all take place online because you're always earning credits,
sure,
and XP and stuff like that.
So you're always there's an online component, but you can play it by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So we are jumping into a two-player game here. This guy's already running around, and as you see up on the map, it'll kind of give us that exclamation point saying where we should be going, and we should be getting into this elevator. I don't know what that is all about, but.
Screaming.
Yeah.
That's your Warface is upset.
Yeah. Oh, there's a third guy. We got another player over here who's just hanging out. So we're in this factory that produces sparks and fire, and we have to
currency of the future.
Yeah. We have to go basically shoot a bunch of stuff. Some of the missions are different about finding items and taking those items to the extraction point and stuff like that. Since we jumped in mid-mission here, I actually don't know where we are in terms of what we're supposed to be doing. It's one of the things that, as a beta, it could probably do a little better is explain itself. I think we might actually be just running back to extraction, and hopefully we'll find some fights. I can crouch.
Is there cover?
No, there is no cover system. It is. You've got the kind of standard trappings of third-person shooting. I'm using a controller to play it here, but you also have your melee attack with the sword. There's a guy. I probably should start it on a later mission or try to play offline. Oh god, something just blew up. Let's open this door. Oh.
Even in free-to-play games, there are exploding barrels.
Yep, and team doors. We had to both be there to open that door.
And I assume those dynamically change based on...
If you're playing alone, it's not a big deal. The melee attack is just a button. There's not a lot of finesse to it. You can hold down the button to charge an attack like that. And here's the end of the mission. So, congratulations, us.
That's Warface.
Frame. Close enough.
Warframe face.
I'll shoot the gun so you can see it. Oh, darn.
Another job well executed.
Thank you. I'm glad I could pop into that mission and run to the end of it.
So is there any story going on, or is it purely mission-based?
When you first install the game, and it's hard to know because this is still a beta. This is not necessarily the final version of the game. But no damage taken. How awesome and I.
Man.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty excited. So you get a little bit of story about these characters and stuff like that. And when you first install it, the tutorial kind of lays out like, you're this race of somethings, and you got to go fight this other race of stuff. You got to go fight the Grenier.
So there's a premise.
Yes, there's some sort of premise, but there aren't cutscenes. I'm not a named character or anything like that. All right, let's go in. Let's set it to private here, so we can definitely get into. Oh, we actually need to back out because we're in this party with this other player.
Are there reasons to go back to previous missions?
I mean,
like
this
to mine
whole,
for
this
loot?
whole yeah, exactly. This whole game is harvesting for loot. There will be mods that drop. So let's just very quickly, I can go into my arsenal here and kind of show some of the progression stuff. And actually, I need to change out weapons here because I got a better one. I got the regular. Well, why is that? Okay, there it is. I got a regular Bratton. Now I can replace the Mark I Bratton. As you can see, better damage, better fire
numbers.
rate. These numbers are higher over here,
Great.
so we want this one.
But you can rank. It looks like you can rank them up through experience.
Killing
in
with
addition?
these weapons
Okay.
earns XP for the weapon in question, and then that XP funnels into here as you fill out the skill tree. When you open up these mod slots, you can then drag these mods in here, but these mods all have rank requirements, so I need to get the weapon to rank 5 before I can equip this, rank 7 before I can equip this, and you kind of see the standard sort of percentage bonuses, freeze damage, stuff like that, that they play around with.
I love stuff like that. I wish
Yeah.
more games had that feedback loop of using a weapon and getting more out of it as a result.
Totally, and you know, when you slot the mods, you actually have to spend some of your currency. This here is the currency you earn for playing the game. This here is the you paid us some money currency.
They're separate.
Yeah,
What is
like any good free-to-play game, there's they have made it completely separate.
Are you using those to buy purely cosmetic items then?
No, actually, some weapons can and items can be unlocked either way. So you see they'll have two prices on them. So if I want to get my sweat equity out of the game, I can earn 35,000 of these monies to get it, or I
Okay.
can just give them. I can go spend money here. Oh geez, now we've gone and done it. This is not the well.
Do you, yeah, does it have like what's the currency exchange? Like what's the exchange rate like?
Let's try. If we wait for this page to load, it should tell us.
Okay.
Do you know this device can perform faster if we were to plug it into a USB 2 port?
Okay. We'll just purchase that
right.
in the arsenal.
I don't know what the exchange rate
Okay.
is. They'll probably change it anyway. So some of these items are actually XP locked, so you know I have to be at a certain level up here. So there's a separate character level on top of that. This is the main level here. I'll level up here, and that'll eventually unlock some of these weapons that I can't currently use. And then in the arsenal section here, the Warframe that you're using ranks up the same way a weapon would, and I can actually go in here and equip different ones.
So you got the player rank, the Warframe rank, and then you've got your
individual weapon ranks.
rank.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different stuff to level up and play around with. And then I haven't actually used this yet, but there's this foundry where you can find blueprints, and I found a couple of them here for different melee weapons. And you know, as you see, these will cost money to build.
Oh, there's actually
and have
a build time, 12 hours.
to prevent you from, like an MMO or something, to prevent you from just crafting all the expensive stuff. And I don't know if there's a way to trade this to other players, so I don't know why they would put that limit on it. But I don't have any of these morphics, so I can't actually build any of this stuff just yet.
Gotcha.
This stuff you just find, it drops from enemies as you fight. Let's get back in and actually play the game. All right, let's, you start with Mercury, but I've unlocked Venus and Saturn.
So the planets aren't locked because you have to purchase them. It's purely a matter of...
It's purely you need to get through these missions. So
Gotcha.
when I beat this mission, the connecting missions will unlock. And this is level 5 to 10, and I'm just not at that level yet. So I'll go back. Oh, and then there also has these timed missions here, where there's a bonus reward for taking on this mission, but it's only going to happen over the next half an hour. Let's accept this mission and see how it goes. I imagine that this might be a little tougher to play alone, but I just want to get a sense of give people a sense of what the combat's like.
It didn't appear that had a level recommendation attached to it.
It might have if I'd hovered over it. It's difficulty 2. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Because the other ones were saying, like, hey, you should be level X.
Right, like those are good range. But this is like the second, this is...
Steal the Oracle artifact located in the storage bay of this transport ship.
Okay, sure, why not?
You're still in the clear.
She told you to do it,
Protection from
so do it.
ship's sensors.
All right, so let's get through here and fight some stuff. And I may very well die because we're playing alone. This is not the way to play this game, but just to give people a sense of what the heck's going on. There are these containers that I can open up, and that'll have affinity, which is basically XP.
Okay.
And other drops and stuff.
Hey, those are numbers.
Yep. That guy was trying to set off the alarm.
Hit the barrel.
Spotted you. Get ready for
Oh.
the fight.
I'm playing with a gamepad. The controls are fairly standard for a third-person shooter, though, you know, some of the button placements and stuff seem a little off, and there doesn't seem to be an easy way to configure that stuff just yet, but they'll probably get there. These ones I can actually open, and ammo and stuff will pop out, but not for the gun that I have equipped, so great.
Is the melee combat any more complex than just hit melee? Like, is there anything more to it?
If I hold down the button, it'll charge up a stronger attack, like that.
Oh, okay, right.
But, yeah. The melee kind of seems a little messy because it is just this, like, you're hacking and you're also stepping forward as part of the attack, so sometimes you will, you know, if they're moving around and you're moving around, keeping those melee attacks lined up can be a little tricky. If you look at the upper right, this game works on a shield and health system. You can see my shield is recharging right now, and then the other number is my health. You know, you'll find health pickups and stuff as you go. And then I have special abilities, which with the D-pad I can select slash dash or super jump. I think I have enough for one of each right now. Well, whatever. Super jump makes you jump higher.
Okay.
It's very exciting.
The bypass is done. Go.
So this would have been a two-man door.
All over.
Right.
If we had multiple players in here.
So the actual like map layouts don't really change based on the players. It's purely like a function of can you get the doors by yourself?
Yeah. And I'm not really sure if these levels are. I mean, you know, a lot of these parts are pretty common between most of the levels I've seen so far. And there, my rifle just leveled up. And it seems like there would be an opportunity for them to randomly generate these levels. It's hard to get a sense for if these are being laid out. You know, I just haven't played enough of it to know one way or the other. But you know, the levels don't necessarily feel cohesive in such a way that they are laid out deliberately.
Sure.
So I don't know if a robot is making these levels or what. But let's slash there. So that's one of the attacks that I have that uses energy. You know, you earn energy from pickups, and I think just as you kill dudes, you earn more. But also, some of these guys make a noise that sounds kind of like the enemies in Quake 2, which I kind of like.
What's the race in the Quake series? The
Strog.
Yeah. The character design's kind of odd because this, like with the melee and stuff, this comes across kind of like a free-to-play Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like just kind of like a cheaper
your dude
version
kind of looks
that.
like that. Yeah. But it's not. It is not that game.
No.
And I think the enemy design's a little weird, but you know, it looks unexpected. So I guess I'll give him some credit for that, right? Like, these dudes don't just look like dudes from a game. From every other game. And you get the different classes, like the melee dude with the saw in his hand and stuff.
And head to extraction.
That lady talks a lot and doesn't say anything of value, ever. She should just say, keep running in the direction of the arrow. Oh god, I'm almost dead. I don't know why. I died. I'm not really sure what happened there.
That lady was probably trying to warn you, but then you decided to not listen to her.
Well, I'll revive. Or I could just quit. You get 4 revives. You can use real money to recharge these if you want, up to 4. But it seems like you get 4 a day. So, you know, if you log in tomorrow, I'll be back up to 4.
And energy is what you're using to use the special skills?
Yeah. Yeah, so this area that I'm in, something bad happened, and now it's killing me. Oh, it's because there's some sort of lockdown, and I need to get in. Oh. Where's the...
Find access panels to
That's
hack.
not a panel I can use. Here's a panel I can use. So this will show us the mini game that you can use to hack security, and I gotta switch to the mouse here for this, where I've gotta quickly connect these panels. And that looked connected to me. What the hell just happened?
Do it again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know, something... What the fuck happened?
Solved.
Yeah, sure.
And we have closed the airlock there and stabilized the area. Great. And so when enemies get to those panels and set off the alarm, or in events like that where all of a sudden you are dying, I found a mod for my Warframe right there. So that was a drop. You know, you have to go play that little mini game at the security panel to get past it. Oh, right. Raise artifact. Okay.
That's what you came here to get.
Collect artifact.
That's it. Now get the hell out of here.
On it.
I guess I kind of just keep like, I just have this, I don't know if it's because I'm used to the way I pay for games. I don't even like the concept of free to play. Like, the idea of not paying for a game and then just occasionally paying $1 or $2 for things.
Yeah.
I don't know if I keep waiting for the game that's gonna have it make sense for me. Like, we talked about this on the podcast this week. I would just rather pay $50 and then just give me all of the stuff and balance it accordingly.
Yeah, because you end up in a situation where, you know, like in this game, they have the 2 sets of currency, and you can unlock a lot of the weapons and content by just playing the game, but then they just have to ratchet up the currency to a point where it's not realistic for anyone to, you know, spend that much time playing the game and unlocking every single thing. My pistol leveled up.
And I wonder if maybe that part of that comes from just this place of, like, often when I'm playing games, I'm sort of internalizing criticism about them, and I don't know how to feel like, is a free-to-play game balanced? Like,
oh god. Right, yeah.
Oh man, you're getting ganged up on. This is where having 3 guys would be...
Yeah.
Useful.
I think I'm out of rifle. Yeah, I'm completely out of rifle ammo, so I just decided to try to run for it, and you see where that got me. All right, let this shield recharge and see what we can do. Whoa, 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 guy back there. Well, maybe there's some more health in here. Oh, we got some energy. Oops. I feel like clicking in the left stick should be duck and the right stick should be dodge, but hey.
Yeah.
Instead, it's the opposite.
Let's just get out of here.
That's what I'm trying to do, but you know, they stack up a lot of guys and they don't miss a lot, so this will be a good place to super jump. That's not the right button for that. Look at that! Look at that super jump.
That was pretty alright.
Oh god, they activated an
alarm?
Yeah, so now I have to find a panel.
Who are you talking to?
Okay, it seems like there would be a panel in here, but this door's locked too, so it's pointing me to a panel I can't even get to on the map. There's one over there.
Can you other upgrades for like your ability to hack?
You can purchase single-use items that bypass the hacking. I don't have any of those.
Right.
Because I don't believe in that. Like, wasting your money on single-use items seems like a horrible, whether it's real money or in-game currency, that's terrible.
Well, oftentimes, even in games that offer that, I never end up using the item.
Yeah, you just get scared. You're like, oh, I only got one of these things, I better save.
Yeah, like, oh, I'll use this when I really need it. And then it's like in all those early survival horror Resident Evil games, or games of that ilk, I'd get to the end of the game with like 9,000 health packs and all of the ammo because I just never used anything.
That's one of my things that I'm trying to change about the way I play games, is I'm just going to start using stuff.
Right.
Because at this point, they're made for people to just play.
Right.
And, oops. All right, solved.
That's as far as hacking mini games go.
It's all right.
That one's pretty all right.
Yeah. Except for that one where it totally looked like I solved it, and it was like, nah.
Shapes.
See, and I, again, this is a beta. It's hard to say for sure, but like she says that a lot, and then no one comes. So it's
you can't really trust her.
Yeah. So it just seems like there's a lot of that dialogue that they've recorded and need to figure out what the best way to use it and where to use it. But so far, all these missions have had this level of backtracking in it. I mean, they repopulate the areas, so it's you're at least still fighting your way through this stuff. But it's all been like, get in here and do a thing, and then get out. Get in here and kill 60 enemies, and then get out. Oh,
shield guy.
These need slits in the shields for me to shoot through. What was that, Borderlands style?
I don't think you can do anything. Unless, can you shoot that little red thing?
I don't know. I can just wait for him to do that and then try to shoot him, or I can just wait for him to do that and then run away.
It's been a strategy so far. Uh-oh.
Hang on, I'm reloading.
Everyone just chill
You know what?
out.
I don't care if you have to use some revives, whatever. At this point, I still don't have any rifle ammo. Seems like ammo distribution. Well, also I'm not necessarily looking around for all the little openable item chests that would theoretically give me some more ammo.
You don't get any ammo even when you revive?
I got a little bit there.
Okay.
But not very much.
Bypass complete. You may proceed.
Thanks. I believe this is the end here, or very close to it. Yeah, here we go.
So you just shoot dudes? Like, is that...
Yep.
Okay.
You shoot dudes, you sword them, you work together with a crew. It's got some built-in voice chat so you can talk, but the map kind of keeps everybody moving in the same direction. I haven't run into anyone actually using voice chat yet. And then they've built a bunch of different missions where they're all roughly similar, and you kind of go in and do it. It's nice looking, and I think it feels all right. So
it seems like the variety is where this game needs to start. Like they've got a good base. Like,
yeah.
I think they're onto something here, but like if it's just going in with 3 dudes to shoot waves of enemies in similar looking environments, if they are handmade, that's troubling. If they're randomized, that makes more sense. But again, it's always the caveat of a beta. But so in that sense, I feel like all this experience stuff that's funneling into your character and the weapons and your armor, that stuff's all cool. They just need a little bit more to do. And it seems like the shooting, again, it's against your expectations of a free-to-play game, but seems all right. And they just need more for you to do in the missions.
Yeah, it is all right. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if maybe the later, the later planets get a little more active or something. It's hard to know just yet. But having played through all of Mercury and kind of opened up some of these other missions, right now it kind of seems like it's just going to be slightly harder versions of sort of the same thing.
This game should have cover. It feels like it should have cover.
It has all the trappings of a game that would have cover and then doesn't have cover, which is a little weird, but plus 22 loot radar. I don't even know what that means, man. Plus 11%
I like that.
armor.
I like the term though.
Yeah. So right now I've got a 17% armor increase in there. I've got this 11%. That would be foolish to install that. But you can spend more points and open up more mod slots. Oh, I bet actually. Well, let's get some loot radar.
I bet a loot radar.
Oh, I don't have that actually open yet. I'm stupid.
Would maybe make all that stuff in the environment a little more maybe part of the interface then, rather than just hey, it's a green crater, green crate, go smash that open.
Yeah.
Maybe that actually tells you, hey, this is what's in there. It's just shotgun shells. You don't have a shotgun.
Right. Yeah. I can change colors. If I want to change to these colors, you have to pay them.
Okay.
Cosmetic
Sure,
stuff. So yeah, it feels kind of promising. I do like the way it plays. The different Warframes have these 4 different abilities that you'll unlock as you rank up each individual frame.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of creates something of a class system, and it kind of just depends on where they take it from here. Also, I just leveled up to level 1 on my overall profile here, which hooray for me, I guess.
Yay!
Yeah. But yeah, that's Warframe as it stands right now. It is in closed beta, but they are taking signups on their site and letting people in occasionally. So I don't know what the wait list is like or how many people they're adding, but it seems like it is not impossible to get your hands on Warframe if you sign up on their site. So
it seems interesting. I think this could go places, or it could just be what it is now.
Yeah.
But,
and let me float this theory out here for you to chew on as we wrap this up.
All right.
When it comes to your position on free-to-play games, you are too old to get it.
I think that might be
There is a generational shift.
I agree. No, that was part of what I was trying to articulate. I think that is true. I think that is absolutely true.
Yeah. That, you know, if you are, and I think that's one of the big benefits of free-to-play games is that if you're some kid and you got no money,
dude, if I was 16, this would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, totally. If you're just like, I just downloaded this and played it. It was when I remember playing Guns the Duel, which was a Korean free-to-play third-person shooter, and just going like, this is kind of a shitty game, but there are 1 billion people playing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, right, it's because, you know, it's free. Like, you don't have to harass anybody. You don't have to go to your parents and say, give me some money for a game.
I feel like at some point it will cross a threshold where it won't bother me. I think what bothers me is that the quality and gameplay I'm giving up, I would rather pay, the developer knows they're going to get $50 out of me and thus can spend more resources on the game. I guess that speaks more to my problem with it, is that like you generally are getting lower quality games as a result of them being free to play. And at some point, these games have made such leaps and bounds in the last couple of years. That's no longer, I think, going to be an issue at some point.
Yeah.
And then I won't have that same problem.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like we're quite there yet. But, you know, this feels like it's getting close. I mean, the developer, Digital Extreme, they worked on plenty of proper retail games. They've done a lot of big multiplayer stuff. I think that's why it was shocking to me that this isn't a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised when I finally installed it and realized, oh, it's totally co-op. Like, oh, great, because the last thing we need right now is kind of yet another free-to-play multiplayer shooter.
True that.
There are 1 trillion of those, and none of them are as good as the ones you pay for. So, yeah. Well, I guess TF2. TF2 is quite good.
Well,
that's technically free.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jeff.
See you, Patrick.